Great start for both women to now get a feeling for the lineup and to see how they'll be matching up here for quarterfinal number 1. It's Gabriela Bryan out of Kauai, Hawaii, up against Sally Fitzgibbons from Duroa, New South Wales, down the coast. She rarely surfs with other people in the line.
If Sally wants to make it any further and still be in that final kind of conversation, she has to beat surfing like this that we've seen from Gabby. Here's her opening score, the 4.17. And yeah, Shanna, she just looks really solid to me on her feet all the time. Every time she takes off, you know, she's going to be just chipping away and building that momentum.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. She's just such a solid competitor, really relying on that heavy rail game. She suits it when the conditions are just a little bit less than perfect. Sally Fitzgibbons getting a piece of the action to start as well.
Yeah, she had a little wobble on the takeoff, recovered. Look at this. Size just growing. I'm sure Bugs was speaking about it earlier too. The fact of how much bigger the swell's just gotten pulsing around the point here. She's really waiting for it to stand up and just kind of relegated to those more open face, flatter carving manoeuvres. But then that big kind of forehand gouge rail work that we've seen from her throughout this event so far.
It's great to see a mixture of, you know, some of our top names, injured surfers coming back for 2023. I know that she just loves being able to surf and loves being given these opportunities. So I'm sure that while Sally knows she doesn't need these results to qualify, she's definitely going to be eyeing off a win, and I'm sure we'll see her in a few more challenger events this year.
She's only got a couple of small scores on the board. She's looking to build from it now. Putting that board on rail, showing that competition savvy, navigating her way through some less than ideal conditions, but now getting back into that pocket area of the wave. She's going to connect through, looking for that green face now as the wave runs through into Rainbow Bay. Sally doing a little rail grab there, cutting back into the foam, and looking to pick things up now, getting that speed, getting that tenacity. Running through, she'll go to the jet ski now. Sally's looking to increase on that 4.83 to put a bigger requirement onto Gabriela Bryan. Jess, your thoughts on that wave?
Have a look at the replay. She just looks freer. She looks more mobile through her hips and through all of her turns, and she's bringing this creative kind of repertoire into play here at Snapper. She just, yeah, I think before that announcement, when she still thought she was really, really kind of with her back against the ropes and she was kind of having those rocky moments where she was getting hit and hit and hit, I think it was really hard and it was really playing on her surfing, and now she can just kind of relax and bring a little bit more of herself to this Challenger series, and yeah, she just looks good to me there on that.
Looking smooth as she comes through the inside. We're still waiting for those scores to come through. Seasonal wildcard opportunity. We'll track with Gabriela Bryan quickly because she's now found a better looking wave to build that score line. Great connection with the lip to start. Carves back. Now hits that dead area that we've really seen some surfers not able to make that connection with, and it's going to be that same story for Gabby. Looking at the waves that we have on offer, thinking of some spots through Indo and some of those really good right-hand point breaks as we take a look at Gabriela Bryan just connecting through. She found that really good turn to start off with.
Each of them can draw something off each other vibe-wise in the competition area. When it was split for so long, I felt like it was great because the focus was only on the men's or the women's, but you kind of just lost that being able to work together, and putting them back together and having this combined tour, they get to kind of, yeah, just draw off each other in a lot of different ways. He was just kind of breaking down for all of us watching how tricky it is to identify it and then how quickly you get swept down the line.
Sally now drawing hard off the bottom, really expanding that wingspan. Just the single maneuver, she'll kick out again. For Gabriela Bryan, she came out with some huge numbers. She dropped in 8-point rides, so she's going to be one that could easily get into that 7.3 that she needs to advance on a single wave. Goes for that drift on the tail, but just loses control on the finish, Jess.
Oh, that was critical for her. That would have really, really gone into good stead, building her confidence. It was dynamic, it was powerful. That was a mistake falling on that second turn. A really critical section as well, and nice timing, just maybe a little too much.
Sally Fitzgibbons, however, fell off, but she has now been granted the 2023 WSL season wildcard, which means she's got a spot on tour. Going to be so curious to see how she attacks this section and the rest of the Challenger Series, knowing that she's already got that start on lock. Now unleashing on her forehand way down into Rainbow Bay, just weaving in and out of some free surfers and connecting the dots to a great looking finish. Impressive performance from Fitzgibbons, sewing things up to enter into the semi-finals. Coming up in our next quarterfinal, we're going to have Nikki Van Dyke up against Caity Simmers.